Why is my keyboard still out? I thought I put you away. Jeez. Well, we're back. Naval hard stop. Yeah, I feel like I should have something more clever to say at the start, but I don't. I realized yesterday that one of the chocolate bars I got on Wednesday was the wrong flavor. I meant to grab the nuts, you know, the chocolate with nuts in it, and I grabbed the crunch one. Oh well. It's still good. It's just not the one with nuts. I don't know why it does that. Why does it keep going into quests? I'm squinting my eyes because I don't remember there being two we could take on. At least not next to each other. So I guess now the game considers me leveled enough that I could take on this reasonably. But that still leaves 4 other branches, so I'm still not going to worry about that right now. Wait, we're not finished with the... I would have thought we were done with the Cultist King side quest, because we killed him, but okay. But no, go away. Gates of Atlantis. Kythera, Lesbos, and Messara. Oh, I still don't have the one in... Oh. Yeah, I guess I did forget to look. See, I forgot to pay attention to if we even got anything from the Minotaur guy. I guess that's a no. Oh, right, but there is a cultist. Let's go get him. End of viewpoint, which, I guess I could get that on the way there. I did sell my stuff, like, right after I ended last time. So I have more money. I need more materials, though, but actually I think I did upgrade everything I could. Yeah, so my stuff should be looking better than it was before. I know I did look at my engravings. I forget why. But yeah, everything should be as good as I can get it right now. I need more materials. So from here on, I'm going to start scrapping stuff instead of selling it. So I can build up my material pool. And then a few points totally that statue. Is the statue of the Minotaur? My brother told me that apparently there was only one Minotaur in mythology. So... But then this game also has a quest to hunt Artemis's boar. And that was also supposedly hunted by someone else before, so... But yeah, I think it works for a mythology angle. So I guess maybe not everyone knows the full story of the legend behind the Minotaur. They just know, oh, there's the Minotaur. Scary. Or it's, you know, it goes back to the idea of it's their understanding of it. Like the Sphinx. Maybe that wasn't really a Sphinx. Maybe that was just my understanding of a Sphinx. Or whatever was happening there. I just understood as a Sphinx. Which apparently, my brother also said, is a Greek thing. Like it's not completely exclusive to Egyptian mythology. So I'm a little surprised there. I'm almost level 44. That's cool. We'll reach level 50 in no time. Thank you, computer, for telling me I'm running out of storage space. What's going on over here? Yep, that's the statue of the Minotaur. Yeah, I think it's just like, just their understanding of it. Like if you saw a guy with a, that you thought had the, hang on, let me get the stupid notification to go away. Windows. if you saw a guy that looked like he had, was it supposed to be an ox head or a bull head? You know, animal head. You might assume, hey, it's the Minotaur. And you know, our modern understanding of the mythology is like, oh, well, you know, there can be multiple Minotaur, because so many different pieces of fantasy, you know, fiction, has used the Minotaur as a race rather than a distinct character. So the modern idea is like, yeah, that could just be a thing. There's no one Minotaur. But maybe back then they just saw a guy with that head and was like, oh, it's the Minotaur. Maybe he wasn't killed. Free loot. You know, I forget if I said last time. I think I might have, but I'll say it again. Like, I think this game does a good job of spacing its story out across the world. It's a story that makes sense that it's across the world. You know, it's about reuniting your family, and nobody knows where any other person is, so you have to find them. I think, you know, you find your dad, and he's like, well, I don't know where anyone is. And then you happen to find Deimos, you know, Alexios. And then you go on a whole search for your mother. And it's a bit of a wild goose chase, but, you know, you get to be an assassin on the way there, in a way, you know. In ideology, you get to be one. Doing the, you know, snuffing out the cult, freeing people from their tyranny. I really should have called my horse, but this is pretty rugged terrain, so I don't know how well my horse is going to do here. It's kind of deserty over here. Yeah, I'm trying to think of more ways that's like, oh, well, you know, these are the different pieces of the story, and that's why they take place in different parts of the world. Nothing else is really coming to mind, but I'm sure you get the point. I mean, I guess saying that makes it sound like, oh, well, you know, I don't think the other Assassin's Creed, the other quote-unquote RPG Assassin's Creeds, the Origins or Valhalla, like, doesn't mean I think they had bad, like, their stories were spaced out poorly across the world. Like, Origins works so well that I don't even think of it as a story that's leading you to the different continents of the world. Or, well, I guess it's only the one continent, but the different regions that it's just a story that just happens to lead you to other towns. Which I guess that story kind of is all about searching for one particular person, and it just happens that it takes you the whole freaking continent to find them. Where are you? What am I standing? What will I be standing on to get this viewpoint? What am I looking for? And Valhalla, I think, also has a pretty reasonable reason to be spaced out across the world. Because, you know, you're uniting England, basically. Or I guess conquering. You go into each region and like, okay, I gotta make friends with the leader. And if the leader is awful or dead because he's awful and I killed him, then you gotta establish a new leader. Do you not have, like, a pile of hay for me to jump into this time? You've been good about that in other spots. Oh, there it is. Blended in.
The legendary Knossos. Once palace to King Minos.
I'm probably good to call my horse now. Probably handle the rest of this terrain. Yeah, I'm sure I've said before, but Valhalla's story is definitely... You can feel the padding. I think it was a good story, but you can feel that it was being stretched. Because, you know, your brother gets kidnapped, and it's like, oh, we gotta find where he is, and then they just expect you to kill time by doing the other regions. And it doesn't feel natural. You know, it's like it's like I think I saw someone on Reddit say that, like, if they had just taken the fluff, you know, the parts that aren't your main adventure with Sigurd, and they had just labeled them as side quests, people would have loved that. But presenting the entire thing as one big story was not a good idea. And I agree with that. If you had taken those regions that, yeah, you know, you taken the fluff, and instead of making absolutely everything mandatory, you just made only as much as the story needed to be mandatory, and then the rest was side content, people would have loved that. It would have been so much more well received. Not that Valhalla isn't like the best-selling Assassin's Creed ever. Oh, those guys are fighting. I think that's a first for a viewpoint. While you're synchronizing, you can just see two guys beating each other up in a lake. Or a lake, stream, pond, whatever kind of body of water. I'm trying to decide if I personally would have cared about the side content. You know, if they had taken chunks out of Valhalla's story and labeled it as side quests, would I have cared to do them? Maybe. Because I've said before, like, I don't usually care about side quests. I've come to realize I just find side quests kind of boring if there's a lot of setup to it. Like, I just want to go do thing. I don't need story for it. But I think the way that those pieces of story Valhalla has were handled, that I probably would have still been engaged with them even if they weren't mandatory. But the real question is, would I have gone out of my way to do them if the game didn't tell me they were main story? If they were side content and I just finished the main story and then was like, I want to play more. Actually, let me rephrase that. Would I have gone, I want to play more if I had finished the main story and then, you know, the other stuff was just side content? And the best answer I can give is maybe. I did enjoy Valhalla, but I also was in a hurry to get to, not necessarily rushing, but, you know, in a bit of a hurry. I was eager to get to Mirage. So I don't know that at the time I would have stopped to do it, but on a repeat playthrough, probably. Then again, I do have a repeat playthrough, and I don't even remember where I stopped. I don't think I've made any allies yet, so not very far. Now I'm also wondering, like, is there a psychology behind having all these icons on my map that makes me not want to do them? Because look at this. There's a side quest, there's a side quest. There's one, there's one, there's one, there's one, there's one. And sure, I find it good that they're marked, so if I want to do them, I can find them. But because it's Like, because I know that if I go over and talk to that person, that it's going to start a whole thing. I don't feel like engaging with them. But maybe if that icon wasn't above their head, maybe I would have been like, hey, what's that person over there doing? And I would have gone to talk to them. And then the quest would have started. So it would have kind of roped me in. I don't know. Maybe there is something bad about characters having exclamation marks above their head, letting you know they have more quests for you. But I would never say they should take them away, because I absolutely feel like it's important to know where the stuff you need to do is at. You know, I love the definitive edition of Xenoblade Chronicles for having that quality of life improvement where, like, basically every objective for your, at least as far as side quests go, I don't know if they changed anything in relation to main quests, but side quests all have objective markers pointing you towards things now. So if there's an enemy you need to kill for a side quest, it's marked. Item you need to grab, it's marked. And that's especially helpful because of the way items work in Xenoblade. It's because they're all just random junk scattered along the floor, and you kind of just have to grind until you get the thing you need. So it's very helpful to be able to look at your map and go, oh, look, one of the items I need spawned in right now, so I should go grab it. I'm sure length of the main game also definitely, like, for sure has an impact on my desire to do the side content. Because obviously, if the main story only takes, like, 10 hours, then yeah, I'm going to be hungry for more, if it's a game I liked. But going back to Valhalla, like, that is a game that is, its main story is so long that when it was over, I was like, okay, I'm done. I didn't feel a need to go complete all the side quests, because I played plenty of the game. And this game is also kind of the same. I'm feeling the same way about it. Like, I'm having fun playing it. I'm not in a hurry for it to be over. But when it's over, I think I'll be done. I definitely am not going to feel a need to go do every single side quest on the map. If this game were as long as Assassin's Creed 2, maybe I would go do more side quests. Or maybe I just start the game over. I don't know. Wait, is that?
This area will be well defended.
It's just right there. Climb up. Okay, more people saw that than I expected. You guys want to die too? Come on. Oh, I don't have it yet. There we go. Now I have it. Thank you. This would be a great time to be able to do the rush assassination in open combat. But I can see how that would be kind of overpowered. Okay, I see I've gained bounty for murder. But the thing is, like, I killed the last guy who saw me murder, right? There's no. Wait, no, you're not a. You say there was a civilian. That wasn't a civilian. Maybe there were that ran off? I don't know. Bounty hunter nearby. Oh no. There he is. Shoeless Sagaragnos. Not gonna bother to read his name right. Sure, that's funnier than repeating Shoeless Brendan for the 37th time. Do you mind? I've got a cultist to confirm the kill on. Oh yeah, there's a civilian. I made sure he's dead by stabbing his toes. Oh, I'm dead. Okay, so which branch was that? It's this branch, because that's the clue I just got. Where's that region? Oh boy. Time to start the map for 20 minutes, because apparently I'm bad at reading it. And he gave me junk. And junk I can't scrap. Junk I can scrap. Did I look at these yet? Oh yeah, that was the thing I was making sure I don't scrap. It's the Minotaur head, of course. Okay, should be good to go. Although, doesn't solve the problem of I'm still looking for an artifact in this region. Little Egypt, oh. I feel like I may have gotten a hint to it, or maybe that's just... No, that's not in the region. What are you? Well, I suppose if it's going to be anywhere, it might be this legendary location. I have to get out of this restricted zone to be able to fast travel again. Okay, out of that. Open map. And fast travel on over. And if it's not here, maybe it's in Zeus's playground. But I would really hope that if there is a quest that points me towards the artifact, that it's clearly marked. And not just like, oh, you just have to guess which one of the 200 side quests is the one that will lead you towards the artifact you need for the pretty much the main story. Like, from what I know of the ending, like, you do need to complete Pythagoras' stuff for the main story to be complete. Because I believe Valhalla does carry on from that ending, so you do need that. I will be labeling that as the true ending. Why am I looking with my eyes when I could be looking with my eagle? Treasure. 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 More treasure. Okay, so I know there was a gold on my map. Where was that? What did I mark? Okay, so I believe it was south. There's the S on my compass. Is it that one? I don't remember if they still shimmer gold in Eagle Vision. Okay, well I can fast travel there apparently. What is that? Oh right, that's the icon that lets you know where Icaros is currently flying. I guess that's what the gold was. Okay, well that says of myths and minotaurs, so I guess I have to assume that's it. Because I believe I am looking for the Minotaur. Don't ask me what that inflection was in that sentence, because I don't even know. I didn't want to climb inside, but okay. Get a few coins out of it. You're probably the person I'm looking for. Or a note.
Don't touch that chest. It's mine.
I was not expecting a child.
I'm no thief, but if I was, I'd want something more valuable.
Take that back.
These ruins are an interesting place to set up camp. What brings you here?
A long time ago, below this very spot, my pater, the great adventurer Nikios, entered the labyrinth to steal the Minotaur's treasure. As I waited outside, I heard shouts and roars. Then his men came pouring out. His men, but not pater. I need to save him.
The Minotaur was just a man in a mask. And not much of a man at that.
Those idiots in Pevka. They wouldn't know a real Minotaur if it ran them through with its horns. It's not like that here, Mistios.
Where is he then? You said the labyrinth was beneath us.
Yeah, there's a creepy-looking trapdoor beneath the temple.
Take me there, and I will slay the Minotaur and find your pater's... Find your pater.
You'll do that?
The Minotaur will die, and I will find your pater.
Thank you, Mistios. No one ever believes me.
Just calm down and take me to the labyrinth. What's your name?
Ardos, now follow me. The entrance is way down on the ground. It's down this way. This place is going to blow your mind, Mistios. There's a huge room, and there's a huge hole in the ground with a huge door. Everybody keeps going on.
And a huge buck stuck on the stairs.
The Minotaur. Lies. I heard it. A roar like rolling thunder. Yeah, that's it. The Minotaur is still alive and hungry.
Great.
I'm glad you came along. No pater has a shot of getting out of that damn labyrinth. They really didn't have to put the entrance this deep. Almost there. Here we are. Isn't this amazing?
I've seen some things, Ardos, but this...
Is amazing.
So the Minotaur lies beneath Knossos' palace. Open the door. I've got a Minotaur to slay.
Ah, oh, right. It's locked.
Don't worry, we'll find a way. You must know something.
I don't, but the guys who went into the labyrinth with my pater will. I tried talking to them, but they won't speak to me.
They'll speak to me. Who are these people?
The collector, swordfish, and my old caretaker. My old caretaker. Boring old man. Never wanted to talk to me about my pater or the Minotaur. So I left him to find out the truth on my own.
Bold.
And the collector is this guy who buys weird stuff. He's a merchant in Gorty.
Oh, don't tell me I gotta run all the way over there.
Last guy, they call him Swordfish.
Of course.
He's the boss of Octopus Bay, and he's mean.
Don't tell me I gotta talk to all of them. Hey, what are you pulling me out for? I wanna go look at the door. Okay, I should probably ask where they are.
Where should I start looking for swordfish?
Fisherman's Beachhead in Heraklion would be your best bet. No one's seen him in years. Some think he's dead.
Hopefully this is actually giving me quest markers.
Swordfish? He must have
I
a
didn't
long,
mean to click
pointy
that one.
nose.
No, he's
I didn't
really good
read.
with a sword, and he's really good with a fish, I guess.
This
I'm scared of a man
collector,
who's good with a fish.
where is he?
He lives in Gartin, near some red pillars, in a crazy house with lots of stuff. I've borrowed some trinkets from him. He has so many, he never even noticed.
Don't let me catch you borrowing from me.
From you, I would never get caught.
Tell me more about this old man.
Okay, so my old caretaker recently sent me a message about wanting to meet in Festos.
That's nice of him.
He never answered me about my pater or the Minotaur. Ever. That's why I left in the first place.
I'll go in your place and see what I find.
The message said to meet him at our old house, northeast of here, near Festos.
Sounds like that's probably the
I'll make sure they
closest
all
one.
talk.
Northeast of here. Oh wait, is it gonna say multiple quests accepted? Yeah. So maybe I didn't need to ask where the people are. Yep. Wait, no. Collector's closest. It's the farthest. Okay, what am I looking at? So Octopus Bay is like right over there. That's where the collector is. I don't suppose he's in there, is he? Oh, wait. No, that's the sword. Okay, whatever. I'll do them in order of proximity. And ignore those chests I marked, because I don't feel like climbing around these ruins. Except for when a wall gets in my way, and then yeah, I'm gonna climb on outside. So what's funny about today is I keep getting emails from Nintendo, and they're supposed to be doing the emails for Switch 2 pre-orders. Like if you get an email, you get to pre-order from the Nintendo store, which is probably like the safest bet to ensure you get one, because any other retailer, you know, I don't want to say they'll lie about their stock, but they could probably, you know, let you pre-order and then be like, oops, we don't have stock. But I have not gotten such an email from Nintendo. Instead, they've emailed me like 5 times today for other things. And it's like they're intentionally taunting me. They're like, what do you think of Tears of the Kingdom? It's like, what? I bought that like a year ago. What are you asking me for now?
You must be the hoarder.
The collector.
Dust collector, maybe. I'm here about the Minotaur.
No. I don't know anything about the Minotaur.
Ardos sent me. He says you know things.
Ardos, the boy. Never talk to the boy. We all promised.
I'm not here to break bones. I'm here for information. Give it to me, and I'll be on my way.
I'll answer your questions, but you won't ask the right one.
Can we not play games?
Fine. You're going to need Theseus's armor, which I sold to be part of a collection at the fort.
There's nothing wrong with my armor.
Nicias thought his armor was the finest in the Greek world. He could have worn Theseus's when we found it. But I was the perfect fit. Minotaur struck me right in the chest. Should have died. But Nicias... Don't make Nicias's mistake. where Theseus's armor?
Breathe, Collector. I've learned enough. If Theseus's armor is still in the fort, I'll find it.
There are more pieces of Theseus's armor. I've only managed to attain 2 of them. But someone stole one from me. If you find it, you can have it. But give whoever took it a piece of my mind. And perhaps a piece of your blade.
Or perhaps the whole blade. Over in that fort. Hidden cave, yeah! I love hidden caves. Yeah, I have no idea why suddenly Nintendo is emailing me about games I bought like a year or 2 ago. And it's annoying timing because it's like, oh, email from Nintendo. Was it? Oh, it's just they're asking me about what do I think of Super Mario Wonder. It's like, yeah, loved it. Played it twice. Don't need to email me about it. So it's somewhere in here, right? Or was I supposed to gather more information? Yeah, you gotta love when the continue dialogue option assumes you went through all the questions. And she's like, okay, breathe, Collector. I got all I need to know. It's like, it didn't seem that stressed to me. Oh, I see. Okay, there it is. Probably just slip on in there. I always find it difficult to stealth in caves. Don't know if it's lack of hiding spots or lighting. Okay. Oh, he's coming down. All right. I just remembered that with the upgraded critical assassinate, which one is that? It does 300% assassin damage. I keep thinking it's double, and then when I attack that guy, I'm like, okay, he's probably not gonna die. And then he did, because 2 times would not have been enough, which is what I was calculating. And by calculating, I mean just making an assumption based on what I assume twice the amount of red on that meter would have been.
Armor. Oh, it is real. I wonder how many more pieces of Theseus's armor are there.
But yeah, 3 times. Yeah, that was enough. Yeah, I would not have been worried if I've remembered it's 3 times, not 2 times. 2-time personal chef. There's one more chest in here. Where is it? I'm assuming it's counting this cave different from the fort. Oh, is that it? A little lockbox? I want to continue this fort. But also, I gotta scratch my eye. But, like, the nation leader is here, and the nation power is not weakened, so I should probably just get out of here. Probably would be biting off more than I can chew. The main concern, really, is the guards protecting the leader. They're usually not assassinable. They usually do not go down with a good assassination attack. There's the caretaker. No, there. It's just down the road. 900 meters sure did make it seem much farther. Wait, that's the wrong button. Yeah, I'm trying not to talk so much about the Switch 2, because, like, that's really going to make this dated and annoying to watch in the future after the console has come out. Although, I don't know, maybe it's maybe a decent time capsule of, you know, the excitement for it. But my mind was just going back to its graphical abilities again. It's like, what would this game look like on Switch 2 if they did port it? And it's reminding me of like, no one really... There's really no knowing how good the console is right now. Like, we have some good assumptions based on how games we've seen run, like how Cyberpunk runs. Granted, the demos that people have been able to play are... They've been told they're like earlier builds. And I think people have said that the newer builds have been shown and are better optimized. But it seems like it's just so hard to tell what the strengths, what the Switch 2's power even is. And I'm gonna have to interrupt this train of thought to listen to this dialogue.
Where's the boy? Ardos.
You're his caretaker?
Of course.
How do you know I met
I
him?
need to speak with him.
Don't worry about Ardos. He's safe, far from here.
Where is he?
I was told to expect an old man. You don't look the part.
It's very important I see him.
Who told you about the boy? Speak!
It's nothing personal with the boy or the old man, but if I tell you anything, I am good as...
Dead? Guess what'll happen if you don't tell me anything?
Okay. What is it you want to know?
You'd stand by as an old man gets beaten.
But
And you agreed to kidnap the boy.
they're just up the road. The cult. Go kill them all. You'll be doing me a favor too. Let me go, and I won't tell anyone what happened.
I'll let Zeus decide your fate. I need to find the old man.
Thank you, Miss Dios.
Old man is alive. I should check the temple in Festus.
Oh, I thought that was a fence short enough that I could hold B to go over it like this. And then I got to it, and it was as tall as I was. So, no, you can't do that. Yeah, like, even I want to say someone got one of the graphics chips from... I don't remember the full details. It's something like they bought a dev kit off of... Not quite eBay, but some other version. I'm gonna say it was like Hong Kong eBay. Something like that. Someone got the chip. And people are like, well, yeah, you know, it's about what we expect from graphics, based on the graphics benchmarks, benchmark tests, whatever. But there's also the fact that it could be optimized differently. So just because we know what the chip is, doesn't mean we know how it'll perform, because they could have their own... You know, it doesn't tell us what the CPU is, or GPU, or whatever. I'm not very good with graphics talks. Well, ran a bear, or a boar. Apparently I'm not good with talks in general. I just called that animal the wrong name. I'll just let this play out. And yeah, we've heard before. We've heard reports like, oh, it's stronger than a PS4, but it's not as good as a PS4 Pro. It's like, okay, but that's not very specific. I think there's even been some confusions with the language used. How, you know, some people will report like it's greatly stronger. That phrasing feels weird. It's significantly stronger than a PS4, but also from same people saying saying that, we'll also say, but not as strong as PS4 Pro. Okay, well, that's not very specific.
The old man is here.
Yes, I know. Thank you, Cassandra. Because, obviously, stronger than PS4 means, okay, well, something in line with the PS4 Pro. But significantly stronger, like, okay, that's cool to hear. I think personally I would have been happy with it just being on par with the PS4. But significantly stronger? Cool. But not as strong as PS4 Pro? Okay, well, how are you significantly stronger than a PS4 but not as good as a PS4 Pro? But that's also me not really knowing how much stronger is the PS4 Pro than the original. I didn't think it was that much of a difference. I just thought it was like, yeah, it runs a little better and can support higher resolutions. Maybe loads a little faster. Because I know Monster Hunter has... Oop, wasn't sure where that guy was going. Monster Hunter World has options for PS4 Pro. Where it's like, you could have higher resolution or higher frame rate. I don't believe you can have both. I want to say there's also performance mode, but I don't remember what that does. Maybe that's what makes the resolution go up. Something like that. So, to me, it's weird to say significantly stronger than PS4, but not as strong as PS4 Pro, because in my eyes, the Pro isn't that much stronger. It just has a little bit more capacity, a little bit higher capacity to run higher frame rate or higher resolution, whereas we're told, games on Switch 2 will be somewhere around 60 frames per second, 1080p. Which, as far as I know, that's pretty good. That's better than Monster Hunter World's settings on PS4 Pro. Then again, Monster Hunter World is a pretty graphically demanding game, I think. Because, there's all that foliage. It's such a lush game. There's a lot of nature. So I can see how maybe that's not the best example of a game running with PS4 Pro capability. I think the easiest thing to understand is, like, not as strong as Xbox Series S. Okay? That's current generation Xbox. I would not have expected that at a Switch 2. And I like to think that what we do know of the Switch 2 is good enough to compete. It's not as good as other consoles, but it's enough for Nintendo to stay relevant, I would think. What are you freaking out about? Oh, yeah, the dead guy that I didn't hide because I shot him. That would do it. Yeah, like I was saying about the chip, it's like we know, we pretty much know the hardware, but it could still be optimized differently. So we have an idea, but not the full picture, and that's kind of annoying. Especially with all the people who are like, oh, it's not good enough. It's like, well, we don't know. There's more to know, and we don't know enough, apparently. I could upgrade this. Ooh, it makes... Okay, yeah, I want that. It makes the adrenaline cost go down. I definitely want that. In addition to the damage, which is also great. You can get out of here. I should get rid of my... Like, I don't want to have an empty loadout sitting over here, because that's kind of just a waste of the money I spent getting that loadout. But I really don't think I'm going to be using it anymore, so I should probably just scrap that warrior equipment 2. Oops. I did not mean to press B.
I've told you everything I know. Wait. Who are you?
Ardos sent me. Can you walk?
The boy. Thank the gods. Let's get out of here before I return.
Yeah, I'd be careful where you run. I did not clear a path per se. No, maybe don't go that way. There's one guy I do know exists over there.
Breathe, old man.
Ardos, the boy. Is he safe? Alive?
I won't let anyone hurt him. Though I do sometimes think about strangling him myself.
Ardos has been known to test even the most resolute of wills.
I'm looking for a way into the labyrinth. Ardos said you might know something.
I know this. That place is death.
Why would they hurt you?
When the survivors fled the Minotaur, they left behind a disc. The key to the labyrinth. And I kept it.
Then why do they think Ardos has it?
Because he does. He stole it from me. And I told them about it.
Didn't he say he doesn't know how to open the door? He doesn't have the keys or anything?
I tried not to break. I failed him. I failed him all these years.
The people who tortured you belong to a powerful cult. They have broken stronger men than you. You can still make things right with Ardos. As smart as he is, he still needs someone to look out for him. Family. He needs you.
He doesn't even want to see me, Miss Dios.
Keep trying.
About the disc. He doesn't know its true purpose, Miss Dios. With it, you'll be able to
Wait,
open
then why did he
the
steal it?
labyrinth. Just promise to keep him safe.
He'll be safe with me. I should ask Ardos.
Oh, hello, boar.
He's telling the truth.
Hero strike. There we go. That's for the leather. That is the thing I need the most, I think. Okay, so that should be that quest done. Now I just need to find the fish bane. Free boots. Free this stuff. Okay, and I'm heading on over to there. Okay. Yeah, might as well fast travel back to the ruins. Cuts the journey in a little more than half. I do love to cut a journey in more than half. Okay, and then we head north. Yeah, I guess really the best show for Switch 2's power is the games. And it is nice to see that we are getting some games on the Switch 2 that they probably would have never put on Switch 1. Which honestly, I don't know which games those are anymore because it's like I thought Hogwarts Legacy wasn't on Switch 1, but apparently it was. So, I think there was another game I heard was also on Switch 1 that I didn't realize, but I forget which game that is. But yeah, it's nice that we're getting support for Switch 2 from third parties for now. Could be a Wii U situation and they give up later, but for now, I think I heard that Elden Ring doesn't run good on it, which is a little disappointing. That would have been the version I would prefer. But
These fishermen should know something about swordfish.
I'm personally I'm less worried about third-party stuff because it's like, yeah, I have a good enough PC. I could just get a PC version. It's not my preferred way to play, but
I'm looking for swordfish. Can you help?
Piss off, Malaka.
screw you too, Ludwig von Koopa.
I hear you're looking for a
Camera moved. That's how you know you found the right guy.
Yes.
You got cinematic.
Swordfish.
I hope you know what you're in for. He's ruthless. Cut off a man's nose just for sneezing.
Where is he?
No one's seen him in a long time. But there's a rumor he controls Heraklion from a hideout underground.
That's ridiculous.
It's all I know, mistress.
I'll keep that in mind.
Not another word out of you, Malaka. I have orders. Everyone who talks about swordfish must die.
Oh no, you don't. Hero strike. Okay, more guys joined in. Oh wait, is this? They were attacking with shovels. Those are civilians. I accidentally hit them, didn't I? Okay. Let's get this sorted. Let's. Yeah, enough of that. What was I saying? Yeah, I'm not really worried about third-party support not being as good. As much as playing on Switch and, you know, eventually Switch 2 is my preferred way to play. Like, I have a good enough PC that if it comes to PC, I could probably just get that. If it's a game... Like Assassin's Creed. Shadows? I would like it on Switch too, but, like... For one thing, we don't know for sure if a Switch version is going to happen, and two, we don't know how good it's going to run. So... And three, I'm not going to wait for the Switch 2 to come out to get Shadows. I would like to do it right when I'm done this game. Although, you know, depending on when I get done with this game, I might want to... It might be near Five Nights at Freddy's release, The Secret of the Mimic, and I would like to do that as soon as possible. Yeah, why did I go back into combat? I'm hiding. Or, no, I think I wasn't. Oops. So maybe I'll wait on Shadows. So I got emailed the coupon code to get $10 off if I buy from the Ubisoft store. I'm not taking that bait. I don't want it on the Ubisoft store. I want it on Steam if I'm buying on PC. But it is a little funny to me that they gave me a coupon code. It's like, oh, well, I have been waiting to avoid paying $70 for it. And in the end, I may end up buying it again on Switch 2, so who knows? Maybe I'll end up spending $140 on it. But yeah, less worried about third-party support because it's Nintendo. Nintendo knows how to handle their hardware. They're the ones who matter most on their console. And, you know, seeing a Nintendo game run perfectly on their hardware is gonna be awesome. And I'm sure Mario Kart and Donkey Kong are both pretty good examples of that. I just have not seen them in person yet, so I can't say. But yeah, Nintendo taking full advantage of the hardware that they have with the Switch 2 being exponentially stronger than Switch 1. Like I'm sure I've said before, I didn't think Switch 2 needed to be that much more powerful. Just, you know, run Switch games at higher than 26 frames per second, you know? It's like Echoes of Wisdom is great. It just has bad frame rate that a lot of people say makes it unplayable. So you fix that issue and there you go. That's all the power you needed for Switch 2, but to be way stronger than that is incredible. And seeing Nintendo take full advantage of that with their first party games is going to be incredible. I think that is the great thing about Nintendo kind of always being behind on hardware power. It's because they know how to get a lot of juice out of weak hardware. You guys want to stop? Like, if you're going to fight me, just fight me. I don't want to kill civilians, but if you're going to keep being annoying about it... Like, I don't understand how they're seeing me. I'm crouched in a field with a little eye icon over my health bar, indicating that I'm hidden and should not be discoverable. Unless, you know, they're investigating my exact hiding spot and they bump into me. Yeah, I think I'm getting into that point where I'm repeating things I've already said because I feel like I need to expand upon it more, but like I think that's all I can say. Third party support's cool, but Nintendo utilizing, you know, being so good at optimizing their games and knowing how to use their own hardware, that's the more exciting part to me. Having an exponentially stronger console that Nintendo will be taking advantage of. Okay, enough of this. Okay. Said fight you, so I'll fight you. Get my arrow back. Can I go back to investigating now, please? I'd like to go back to my Ace Attorney investigations. I don't even think I... Gonna, where is the next location? Where am I investigating next? Excuse me. Am I in it? Is that why the meter is showing up instead of a marker pointing me to a direction? Okay. Unless I have to start doing these side quests that are over here. Do they sound like they're going to be related? Catch and release? Not really. Yeah, the more we think about it, the more I'm really excited for Secret of the Mimic. So I think I actually would be willing to delay Shadows even further to try to jump on that as soon as I can. But that doesn't come out until like June 16th? So I think I've got plenty of time to keep doing Odyssey. It's just, you know, obviously if I start another game in that time, like if I finish Odyssey tomorrow, well, not tomorrow because tomorrow's Saturday, next stream, that's what I meant. Then I highly doubt starting Shadows on Wednesday. I doubt I'd be done with it by the time Secret of the Mimic comes out. Well, okay. When I specify Wednesday, that's like a whole month. I could probably finish Shadows in a month. But that relies on Odyssey being done on Monday, which that I highly doubt. I thought that was a giant spine for a moment. I mean, a giant tentacle is still kind of freaky, but spine would have been gross. Treasure chest, I don't need that. Oh, it says helping the locals, and then it shows the quest symbol. Might reveal Swordfish's location. So yes, these are related.
Help! Some
My husband is missing. He went out feasting yesterday near Nafi and hasn't returned.
You must miss him.
This is more than a wife missing her husband. I truly fear he's in danger.
In danger of what?
Pirates. They were spotted in the area recently. I told them it was too dangerous, but we needed the drachmi to pay sword fees.
I could rescue your husband. For a price.
Please, I'll find a way to pay. Just get him back.
I'll look for your husband. Where should I start?
His favorite fishing spot is on the west coast of Anafi, north of here.
If he's alive, I'll find him.
You know, I'm listening to the voice acting performances and like the particulars of their accents, and it's making me wonder just how many different voice actors did they get for this game. It's starting to feel like every single character who gives a quest has a different voice, which would be wild because I don't know that any game of this size would or has ever done that. Because, you know, that's a lot of voice actors to get. Because there are a lot of side quests. Oh, over there. Okay. That's probably a quest that wants me to summon my ship. Yeah, like even Xenoblade. Hang on, let me see how far this is. Even Xenoblade, like for side quests, they usually are not voice acted NPCs. Oh, so I've already been over there. I would just fast travel on over to the top of Bigla there. I probably mispronounced that, but I find it funny that it looks like it says Bigla. Even Xenoblade doesn't have like fully voiced side quests, which I think is perfectly acceptable because that's a lot of dialogue. It's a lot of voice acting. It's a lot of actors to hire. Although, you know, that is one case where I think AI voice acting could potentially be helpful. Not a replacement for an actual actor, but like, you hire an actor, or maybe two actors, and then trying to figure out how to explain this. Like the way I'm thinking is like be it like a Vocaloid situation, you know, like where you hire a voice actor specifically to have their voice be used to AI generate side quest dialogue. Although, you know, there is still the problem of AI is not perfect, and I think most people will probably notice if you cram AI dialogue into your game. But if there was a way where you could hire a voice actor to perform for your AI synthesis, and then have the AI synthesize dialogue for, you know, voice acting for your side quest dialogue, and then correct it wherever any issues may crop up. And then also, you know, here's the important part. Pay your voice actor what you would have paid them to voice all that dialogue. So basically, pay them for the amount of work, but then the voice actor doesn't do all that work. They just basically just sign the rights to use their voice for the synthesis. To me, that sounds like a good idea, a good use for AI. But I don't think any company is going to go that route.
We need to leave now. I'll escort you back to Heraklion.
Because as far as I can tell, that solves all the problems. You know, you pay a voice actor for providing their talent. They get to do less work. You know, you don't have to have them in a booth for 6 hours or whatever, voice acting a crap ton of dialogue that's not even mandatory. Will he follow me if I just fast travel back? The fisherman is on your ship. So I guess that's a yes. Yeah, you pay the voice actor for their talent. They get to do less work, and therefore also have more time to go find more work to get more money. And then whatever you could do to correct AI problems with whatever problems may crop up with AI generated voice acting, so that, you know, fix it somehow so it sounds natural, so it doesn't sound weird and off-putting. And then also have fully voiced dialogue for every side quest in your game. It sounds like a good idea. But
There's enough widows in
yeah,
this world.
I highly doubt anyone's actually going to do that.
I was happy to help.
'Cause why would a company pay someone for less work? More money for less work? That's not a thing.
But here, take this.
Tell me about Swordfish.
Swordfish, even his name. I last saw him many years ago, diving for treasure around Fisherman's Beacon. I haven't seen him since, but his presence is felt everywhere in Heraklion. He's here, somewhere.
Should check out the waters near the beacon.
Okay. I think that was really all the information I needed. I really did not need whatever else investigating I did. So where? The water's near the beacon. What is the beacon? Never mind, that was not enough. I just did not have the quest up. But Cassandra said I should check the water near the beacon. It makes me think I can do it right now. But I don't see a... Oh. I'm trying to go into my scope like this is Tears of the Kingdom. Is that it? There are sharks over there. Yeah, they're probably protecting something. Let me borrow your boat. I'm gonna borrow your boat. Yeah, I am not someone who's super cynical about AI. As you can probably tell from my idea of like, ooh, it'd be cool if AI was used so voice actors could do less work and get paid the money they would have been paid if they did all the work. But like, yeah, I'm not naive enough to think that any company is going to actually do that, because it's just not, it doesn't make business sense. Paying someone more money to do less work, no. Obviously, other companies are going to try to use AI voice acting to replace voice actors, which, as we know, as rational people who are not money hungry, that's a stupid idea. But I'm not against AI in all its forms. Like, if, you know, people give consent for their voice to be synthesized, sure. If they get paid for that, awesome. If you can iron out any mistakes the AI makes, cool. Okay. I was just about to say, I don't think fighting these sharks is a good idea. It wasn't. Like, I feel the same way about AI-generated images. Like, generating an image and then uploading that to whatever art site, that's stupid. Don't do that. If you're gonna, you know, generate it and then it's like, I'm just gonna put this in a folder for just me to look at, I'm okay with that. I think that's an acceptable use of AI. Or like if you want to use it as inspiration and then you draw something based on it, or I don't know if anyone says like you should trace it, because you probably shouldn't, because again it's gonna make mistakes, and you wouldn't want to end up tracing those mistakes and making it. And you definitely shouldn't trace it and then pretend like you drew it, because that's pretty much just as bad as generating it and then throwing up the generated image and being like, I drew that. It's like, no, you didn't. You clicked a button. But yeah, point being, I think there can be ethical uses for AI. It's just, you know, I think most people don't do the right thing with it, and that sucks. Hello, Grace. I'm doing okay. How are you? I'm trying to find a man who probably drowned. I think that's the beacon. You're good? That's good. What am I... Can you get the... There, okay. That makes me think there's going to be an underwater cave. So instead of looking for a man, I think I'll just try to swim for a cave. Bet the stream how's it going today? It's going fine. I did die to the sharks a moment ago. You might have seen that. But I'm gonna skirt them now. I'm just gonna go right into this cave now that I realize there's a cave here. And then hopefully I won't drown on the way in. Because that's the danger we gotta look out for now. The sharks are gone, but air did not come back. There we go.
What's going on here? Swordfish.
This is probably what I'm looking for. Do I stream daily? Nope. I only do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I think I found him.
Deimos, I knew you'd come.
Not Deimos.
Dog of Cosmos, have you come to bite?
I have nothing to do with occultists.
Think I believe you? You're mad.
I'm here for the...
I won't go back. I won't go back in there.
What?
I don't care if I owe the cult. I want out.
Thank you for the follow.
Artifact. Go fetch it.
Once a cultist, always a cultist.
What do you want from me then, Deimos?
Answers.
I'm not
And
Deimos.
You will give them to me. How did you get into the labyrinth?
Nikios had a key. He put it into the stele.
Steely, is that how you say that?
You can't go in there.
But saying it wrong.
He'll kill you. It'll get out and kill us all.
You underestimate me.
That's what Nikios said. Ah! I'll feed you to the sharks.
Well, I was gonna say I don't think I need to kill him, but the quest objective does say to kill him, so I'll kill him. What do you think of the customization of your channel? I think it's fine. I'm not someone who wants to go super big into that stuff. You know, I had a guy on Discord insisting I really needed like a stream layout with like, you know, with a little chat pocket and stuff. I'm like, nah, I'm good. Oh, good, I got poisoned. Although now that I'm uploading these as VODs to YouTube, I probably should have chat on screen, but I don't usually have an active chat anyway, so I don't think it matters that much. Yeah, I definitely like that ability way better than the guided arrow. Guided arrow was a wasted slot. Not that I think it's a bad ability, but I had not been using it, so it was a wasted slot. Ow, ow, I stepped in the torch. And Hero Strike to finish him off. Do graphics professionally the last 4 years, 4 or 5 commissions. I see. Sorry, I'm not looking to commission anyone right now.
You can find Drachmi anywhere if you look.
Oh, he was cultist.
All it takes is a little persuasion.
I thought he was running from the cultists, but okay. What branch was he in? Oh, this one, right, cause of the clue, right. So then, yeah, now I just need to get this guy who is actually... Wait, I'm level 44, aren't I? So yeah, I could probably go get that guy. Still not that guy. That's 49. That's still kind of scary. Would I be interested in seeing your work? No thanks. Can get rid of that. Get rid of that. Is this a new sword? piece of that. Warrior damage, adrenaline on hit. Yeah. I mean, I guess I could look at the legendary stuff I've gotten and see if I can really improve my warrior build with that. And I realize now part of my problem with this build is probably that it's such outdated gear. Like 30, 26. This stuff is probably why this build sucks. So yeah, I could put that on. Missing out on total armor, but it's so much higher level than it doesn't matter. One of these is probably, yeah, warrior damage and melee resistance, warrior damage critical hit chance, warrior damage with overpower abilities. I should have looked up what that is. I'll go with this one. Make up for that armor I lost. I guess I can engrave the total armor back on it. It's like I didn't want to change off of it because part of the idea with this build is that so main goals are obviously warrior damage first without sacrificing too much assassin damage because I still want that to be high for hero strike. And then third priority, armor. But I can just put that, I can just engrave that back on. And you're also warrior damage and all damage. Unfortunately, not enough to catch up to whatever this is. Oh yeah, it just happens to have 6% hunter damage and the engrave for 8% warrior or assassin damage. It's not quite catching up. I can lose out on the hunter damage and then put the assassin damage back on. It's fine. I still don't know if I'm ever going to use this build, but... Well, I could lose out on assassin damage to get 15 warrior damage. Basic arrows become fire arrows. You know what? I think I do want that. So there, I've lightened my load, and that's less legendary stuff I have to go put away. I don't know if I really have enough leather to upgrade the remaining pieces of gear I have on this build, but okay, let me put the cosmetics back on this. So I believe I had Wolf's Helm. Torso didn't change. I don't remember what this was. It was probably also Assassin Belt. I think the helmet was the only difference. Waistband of the Immortal. Looks pretty cool. I originally had this with like the Brawler stuff. I don't remember why I changed off of that. Probably because the Assassin stuff is nice and shiny. Maybe I'll do... I don't remember which of these I had on, actually. So now that I'm seeing there's multiple. Hunter's Belt. Mercenary Belt. I want something that kind of more indicates the amount of armor, you know, like an increased armor rating. I don't like that this is green. It's not going to go with the rest of the outfit. Yeah, that's probably why I stuck with that. I like how the Pilgrim's Belt, and I think the Mercenary Belt, like with certain chest pieces, it has the part that goes over it. It's always cool to see when these pieces interact with each other like that. That one kind of works. I think those are brawler boots. Nope, Spartan War Hero. It's instantly wrong. Excuse me, I want something shinier. I think the silver boots are what I have on my current, you know, my assassin build. I think the... Oh, okay. Well, now I know the level cap isn't 50. I guess just the world's level cap. And these have been... This has been available to me for so long, and it just never registered that right there it says, reach level 70. Which is ludicrous. Like, these... I really think these should have unlocked much more easily. They're such a drip feed. And they really... It really doesn't feel like they come when they need to, you know? Like, I think by the time... Like, when I'm level 70, I'm not going to care about the Athenian Greaves. And why don't they all unlock at the same time? Like, you would think it'd be like, okay, level 30, you get copper. Level 45, you get gold. Something like that. Probably better spaced out than that, because I forgot silver and bronze. There's the Brawler's Boots. It's asymmetrical, which I don't like. But, oh well. And the bracers. Ancient King's Gauntlets. Oh, those are Ezio's gauntlets. It's like, oh, those look nice. So I could do decorated bronze. I don't know if that really goes with the... Actually, I think I might be mistaken. Maybe the assassin armor isn't gold. It's decorated bronze. But that's the tricky thing about it. It's like it doesn't say. Where's the Brawler gauntlets? I know they're also asymmetrical, but they at least go with the boots. Did I never get the Brawler gauntlets? It also bothers me how it's... You use the right stick to go up and down in the menu, but you also use left and right to rotate. So, like, as I'm rotating myself, I'm making the menu go up and down. Like, stop doing that. Just stay still. There they are, Brawler's Gauntlets. And I don't have them in gold, I think. Apparently, I am misremembering what gauntlets I had, because those are not what I'm thinking of. Maybe it was Ancient King gauntlets, then. I guess I had on a different chest piece that had the shoulder plate come down. At least these ones I could do ornamental gold. That's not even gold! That's white! Also, I can do gold with these. Yeah, it doesn't look like that matches the assassin armor, so apparently I want decorated bronze. Unless I'm using these Athenian gauntlets. In which case, they look like clay no matter what. Yeah, sure, I've spent too much time in this menu. It's break time, even, so I'm gonna switch back to this. And then I'm gonna go on break. And I should quick save, too. Now I know when the last time I saved was. Okay, I'm back. So now we go back to the kid.
A broken man. Haunted by
Never
the
mind.
Minotaur to the very end.
I haven't finished. There, haven't finished this whole stuff. 20% chance to ignore half the damage. Cool. Helmet of Ares. Excuse me. Is that the other armor right there that I was supposed to, that I need for the Minotaur? Okay, yeah. Now we go. But first I gotta check out my helmet. Hunter damage? Ham hands? And I got new sails? Or ship design in general? Well, I'd say it's rare that they give those out, but I have this many of them, so maybe not that rare. Definitely rare than figureheads, though. Figureheads are definitely rare. And that feels weird. It feels weird to save so many customization options for the back 10% of the game. Not that I think I'm in the back 10% right now, but, you know, the armor customizations, like I was saying before. Okay, I'll fast travel here, because that's, like, right on top of the icon. Should be very close. Oh, that is further down than I thought it was going to be. Because I thought when I discovered that location that it was up there with the bacon. I like how there's a loading screen tip for the bleeding effect, which I don't think has been relevant since Origins. Which, granted, is one game ago, but still, I don't think it's relevant in this game, or Valhalla, or Mirage. I don't think Mirage even has anything that's outside of the Animus, or outside of Memories. I don't even know if that takes place in the Animus. It's been a while since I played it, so I don't remember. Alright, okay, let's go.
Whatever it was, I didn't steal it.
The old caretaker said you...
Whoa, he told you stuff? Did he tell you anything about my pater?
No, he didn't, but...
What about the collector?
He said you're like your pater.
Really? That's nice to know.
Look, the old caretaker said you...
Wait. And swordfish? What did he say? You found him, right?
He said the key goes in the stele.
Oh, I know where the
Steely.
Steely is. But wait, what's this key you're talking about?
The old man said you stole something from him.
No, I didn't. Wait, what did he accuse me of stealing?
The key to the labyrinth, a disc.
Oh. You mean this old thing? I always wondered what it was for.
Yeah, there's no way it could have been the key to the Minotaur's labyrinth with the Minotaur's head on it.
In a stele.
Oh, so what do we do now?
You stay here.
If we put the disc into the stele, the entrance to the labyrinth should open. Then I see about the Minotaur.
And you'll save my pater too, right?
I promised I'd save your pater, didn't I?
You're the best, Mistios.
Your pater and I will be back before you know it.
Let's head to the entrance and try out the disc.
Looks like a piece of Theseus's armor.
Theseus's gauntlets. Maybe if I collect all the pieces, it'll be armor of Theseus. But then, how many pieces of the armor can you take away and then replace before it becomes no longer Theseus's armor? And then if you took all the original plates, no, I'm not gonna continue that. I'm not sure I really care about the Ship of Theseus paradox. Okay, see ya. Man, I got real close to the edge there. That was almost bad. And this door should open for me. Oh, it's a loading screen. Wasn't expecting that. I thought it was going to have a cutscene to open. This game very rarely has doors that are loading screens.
This can't be Minoan. What is this? Walaka, it's real. By the gods.
Is that really a maze?
Ring Theseus used to navigate the labyrinth. Let's see what's at the end.
That's interesting. Okay, so whip out a torch. I know this is the wrong way, but I'm gonna get the loot. It was $18. How could I not? Oh, it was a hole. I was like, come on, Lord.
Rage did this.
I'm glad they have some way of leading you through the labyrinth. I was a little worried that the labyrinth was going to be real and I was going to have to navigate it myself.
This must be Nikios. A ring. Ardos might want this.
I guess the thread went the wrong way, so 'cause I'm right in believing that it ended at a dead end, right? I was just saying about how, like, oh, well, it's good that they have that to lead you through it, and then it stopped. So I'm a little concerned maybe I wasn't supposed to leave it behind. Nah, I was gonna get good stuff from that. It's a little too dark for them to be hiding spots in the, jumping spots in the distance like that. They really need a little bit more lighting if they're gonna do that. Slide on under. Oh, another chest. Eh. It's also just glass and gems. Oh. Is that it? Is that the end? Okay, the Minotaur was real. Am I gonna pull an apple of Eden out of your head? Very angry.
The Malaka's Minotaur. And here we go.
It's like the most obvious boss fight you could make out of a Minotaur. It's like, oh, when he charges, you gotta get him to run into a wall. Although, he doesn't seem to be invincible despite that, so I guess I could just wail on him. Never mind. So you know what I was thinking about while I was on break? Pizza. Which, you know, it's kind of a normal train of thought for me to have. But more specifically, I was thinking, I kind of want more games that are about delivering pizza. You know, more like arcadey kind of experiences. I'm surprised that there aren't more games where the premise is you're a pizza delivery person. Deliver pizzas as fast as you can. But then it's just like cranked up to 11 and just ridiculously like, get to this house in 2 minutes. And then it's like, I don't want to say far away, but you know, far enough away that 2 minutes seems ridiculous for real life. But given the game mechanics of going fast, that it's reasonable. Like, I want a game that's about delivering pizzas as fast as possible that has really good locomotion. You know, like take Sunset Overdrive, but make it an arcadey game about delivering pizza. Or maybe even a roguelike. You deliver pizzas, and then you, like, between deliveries, you get items to help you deliver them better next time. I must be missing something, because, man, he's quite a damage sponge. Maybe I do need him to run into walls. If he would stop breaking them. Because I think that's just such a good setup to have. Just delivering pizzas. It's such a simple, easy to understand premise. And I feel like you can get a lot of mileage out of it. In terms of, like, making the plot kind of wacky or whatever. You know, there's plenty of room for exaggeration. How about instead of doing that, I do... Okay. Yeah, I'm just kind of surprised that there aren't more games that take that premise as an excuse to just go crazy with your movement abilities. I've been thinking about trying to learn Unreal Engine, so maybe that could be something I could do as, like, practice. Try to make a game just with really satisfying locomotion. And then I could maybe build up from there the pizza game. But I've tried to learn Unity in the past, and it's like it didn't really click with me, so I don't know that I'm really gonna click with Unreal. But maybe I just need to try again. Maybe I just need to try to learn to code again. Oops, that's the wrong button. I don't know how much that's really helping, but it should still be a lot of damage, so it should be helping. And maybe I do need to try to get closer to the walls and try to get him to charge into the walls. The walls that don't break. Oh, okay. Cutscene. Did you make the arena smaller? No, he's not gonna run into the wall, is he? He's gonna stop short every time. Yeah, okay, he's not that kind of boss. He's not as dumb as they make Bane in the Arkham games. Like, he's supposed to be a strategist. You think he would be smarter than to charge headfirst into a wall, let alone do it repeatedly while Batman kicks his butt. It's like, every time I run headfirst at Batman, I slam directly into the wall. Should I try a different strategy? Nah. Like, Bane's smarter than that. I know it's easy to typecast him as the beefy guy, and beefy guys are usually also the dumb guys. But, like, that's supposed to be Bane's thing, is that he's strong and a good strategist. So, you know, he's like Batman, but, like, also the Hulk, which makes him a good adversary. I think that's kind of the thing about Batman villains, is like, you gotta be able to stand up to Batman if you want to be a Batman villain. And Batman is incredible. And I think too many people underestimate Batman. Like, people always point at him and laugh. It's like, hi, he's one member of the Justice League who doesn't have superpowers. But like he's as good as Superman. Like, don't underestimate him just because he doesn't have superpowers. Ah, dang it. Oh. You better have a checkpoint at half health. If I have to do that whole thing again, then that's probably going to be the rest of the stream. But yeah, I think that's the thing about Batman villains. It's like you're going to be going against Batman, so you got to have some tricks up your sleeve to stand up to him. I don't know that I can necessarily say that about, like, the Penguin or Mr. Freeze. I think those guys are usually, like, lower ranking villains. But, like, I recently rewatched the video Overly Sarcastic Productions did crap that they did about time loops. And they mention one of the versions of Clock King who was actually, like, kind of good. Who's like, he can rewind time, like, by 20 seconds, which is enough time for him to undo getting punched by Batman and then just avoid being punched. So, like, when it plays out in real time, he's basically unhittable. Which is, you know, pretty strong if you're going against Batman. Ow. And then there's Scarecrow. I think he's one of the more higher-ranking villains because he manipulates your mind. And manipulating your mind is, you know, you need that. It's weird that it feels like he runs into a wall and it does something. Or at least it did there. But then he doesn't want to run into these walls. And even when he did run into a wall, it didn't seem like it did damage, and it only stunned him for a little bit. Oh, not okay. I don't know if poison really means anything when the meter is already full. Switch back to this, is what I meant to do. Okay, let's not do that again. Come on. Oops, not that move. So let me heal first, and then get ready to hero strike. Okay, yeah, that is a significant amount of health. I actually saw the red flash on his health bar this time. Ow. Yeah, I think comic books are kind of one of those things that the oversaturation of them hurts them now. You know, the fact that people are so used to Batman and Superman that it's hard to remember that, oh, actually these guys are really great characters with a lot of great story potential to them that people don't tap into because they're like, oh, it's just Superman, who cares? Or, you know, like I said, with Batman, people underestimate Batman because, like, oh, he's the guy who doesn't have powers. It's like you forget what Batman is capable of. Like, Batman is very smart, a very good strategist, very, you know, he's the world's greatest detective. He can figure out what you're gonna do before you even do it. And that's scary. I don't want to go against Batman. Batman's scary. And not because he dresses like a bat. That's only for the low-level thugs. But when you're a higher-level thug, you realize, like, oh, he's not scary because he dresses like a bat. He's scary because he will break your legs. Maybe not in every continuity, but, you know. If he feels he needs to break your legs, he will break your legs. So it's best to just avoid a situation in which Batman thinks your legs need to be broken to prevent further harm from other people. Or to other people, not from. Further harm from you to other people. And then, like, Superman has the problem of, you know, he's existed in the cultural zeitgeist for so long that people just think of him as like, oh, he's just the most overpowered superhero ever. There's nothing exciting about Superman because he's invincible. But, like, that's to forget that, yeah, Superman's invincible, but the people he cares about aren't. And he cares about everyone, so... And that's the same thing with Batman. Batman doesn't want anyone to die. So if you kill someone, Batman's gonna be very upset. And he's the kind of character where if someone dies and he could have done something about it, or he feels like he could have done something about it, it's gonna mess with him. He's not gonna let himself live it down. Aw, man. And that's something you can play into with a Batman movie. Have him have this struggle of a past failure. And then, you know, like I was saying with Superman, people think he's just a overpowered superhero. He's not very exciting, but it's not the fact that he's strong that's exciting. It's the fact that... Well, I don't know where I was going with that. But, you know, the people around him aren't that strong. And the New Adventures with Superman, I think that's what that was called, you know, the Superman anime, basically. They get that kind of right. You know, you get to see his struggles with... He is way, way stronger than a normal human. You know, you see him, like, accidentally ripping door handles off of doors. And, like, he's struggling to hide that he's a superhero because he's extremely strong, so he lifts things like they're nothing. So it could be hard for him to... You know, he wants to help out, so he'll lift the heavy thing, but then he forgets that, like, that's not normal. And then he sets it down on something and it crushes it, because he doesn't realize that that thing isn't gonna hold the thing like he can. Ooh, that was a good hit. Was that a critical? Well, there's the key to the fight. Who would have thought? Hero Strike. Using the stat that I've been building up the whole game? Wow. You know, I'm glad to see, like, at least Spider-Man is a superhero that, like, sure, we've gotten a lot of Spider-Man content, but it's still pretty consistently good, and, like, people still think of Spider-Man as, like, a a good superhero. Not that I think anyone truly thinks Batman and Superman are bad, just like people aren't excited by them like they are Spider-Man. Because Spider-Man, it kind of is like a combination of Superman and Batman. Like, I think one of the things about Batman is that anyone could become Batman, as evident by, you know, like Robin and Batgirl and other such characters. And, like, anyone could be Spider-Man. Especially in the versions of Spider-Man where, like, sure, he got bit by the spider and he's got, you know, actual superpowers from that. But then also, like, he makes his own, like, web shooters and other things. And maybe that's why we get so many good Spider-Man things, is because he's such an adaptable character that it's easy to change him around to make a new story with. Something like that, I don't know. But, you know, I guess it's easy to remember what Spider-Man's all about, because he has that, well, technically not him, it's Uncle Ben, but the iconic great power, great responsibility thing. Which is also kind of a Superman-y thing as well. Like, Superman and Spider-Man have in common that they both don't like to not do things. Oh, stop. Quit it. I'm gonna scratch you dead. Don't kill me now. Because, you know, obviously Spider-Man is... The whole great power, great responsibility thing is like he's got this superpower, so he should be using it to help people. And the same thing with Superman, although it's more like baked into his character rather than a specific speech he was given, that he just doesn't want to stand idly by while people get hurt. Or potentially get hurt. The horn was a piece of Eden? Okay. How did I know to take that? Is that Juno? Oh, there it is. The horn turned into an apple. Don't ask me how that works. I don't know either.
The Minotaur is dead. Thanks for your help, Ardos.
Where's better?
I searched the labyrinth and...
I'll just tell him the truth.
I'm sorry, Ardos.
Sorry? Why?
Listen,
You said you'd bring him back. You lied. Go back in there and find him.
Ardos.
You promised.
He's dead, Ardos. We can't raise the dead.
I mean, I could bring the body back, I guess.
Move on.
I'm afraid I'll forget him. I
You know,
don't
give him a
want to
proper burial
forget
and stuff.
him.
Take it. To remember him by.
I don't even know why I got the option to keep the ring. I don't want it.
Thank you.
We should get out of here.
Like, don't give me the option to keep the ring. Even if I was doing a playthrough where I was the greedy one, I wouldn't want to keep the... I would not want to keep the ring.
I don't know, Mistios. Without Pater, I don't know.
Maybe you can figure it out together.
Ardos.
Remember, you're never alone. There will always be people who care. Stay out of trouble, boy.
You know I can promise you that.
I'll make sure of it, Mistios. Thank you. Let's go home, Ardos.
I'd like that. I'm sorry I stole the place.
Okay, that adrenaline, or the engrave I just got,
And your ring to
I think makes it pretty safe assumption what overpower abilities are if it's telling me reduced adrenaline cost for them. Let me go into it, actually, can I? Yeah, less adrenaline cost for overpower abilities, which I don't know what -1 adrenaline cost comes out to, but I feel like it's pretty safe to assume overpower abilities are indeed the abilities I use adrenaline on. Excuse me. So whatever that was that I had, that's like increased power for overpower abilities or whatever. That's what that is. What did I get for my ship? Oh, another figurehead. Oh, so it's one for every mythical creature, isn't it? I keep the Sphinx. I like how the Sphinx fits on there. Looks nice. I got the Minotaur's axe. You know, maybe I do want that. And then I could just put the assassin damage back on. I'll do that. And I think I'll just keep it the Minotaur's axe. I won't change the cosmetics. Okay, so now I have Prize of the Minotaur. Identical, but okay. Take it from the Minotaur. The sphere is pulsing with energy. Or this is a sphere pulsing with energy. And my nose is pulsing with a sneeze. Okay, what next? Get out of here from the shadows. So there's only one more that I think I'm able to do right now. I don't think I'm quite strong enough for that last... Oh, actually... It might end up being a pain, but... I probably could make it over there. But I think I'll bide my time for now and go over... This should be the correct place. And I will go here and sail there. I don't think I have a good starting point, but it does not look like a big island, so it shouldn't take me too long. Yeah, shouldn't take me too long to search, so let's just get to it. Yeah, I do think it's such a shame that like people are so tired of superhero movies and stuff that they forget how superheroes are actually good. Like they're, you know, there's a reason they've been around for so long. You know, why do you think we keep getting so many adaptations of Batman and Superman and stuff? It's because they're fun characters to play with. I think, and on top of that, I think it is also a shame that there are so many attempts at starting superhero franchises that don't go anywhere because they don't get to quite the same level of quality as the stuff that came before.
Actually, you probably will.
You have my full attention.
I found the legendary labyrinth near Knossos.
Did you go inside?
I defeated the Minotaur.
That's quite a story.
Story? These are the gods we're talking about, Inonotos. Tell me, what did the beast look like? Was he as ruthless as the legends say?
He was. And smelled pretty bad, too.
Why'd the subtitles say he is?
I ripped out one of his horns.
By the gods, you're a hero of legend!
And this artifact seems to have special abilities. The cult cannot get their hands on this.
What led you to believe that, Cassandra? Like, okay, I guess getting the apple gave me the engrave, and I think the Sphinx one did too, but I wasn't really led to believe that the apple directly gave me that power. I don't feel like it gave me any power. I feel like I just took the apple and just happened to get an engrave. It makes sense that it gave me one because apples can teach you things. You know, that's what they did with Altair. That's how we made the armor of Altair that you get in Assassin's Creed 2. Leonardo uses it to help you, or to make things for you. I want to say that's more of a Brotherhood thing, but I forget. Yeah, as I was saying, I think it is a shame that there are so many attempts at starting superhero franchises that don't meet the same level of success. I don't want to pretend. I don't want to be like, oh, you know, because they just didn't get it. They didn't do good enough. But you know, I just think it's a shame that part of the oversaturation isn't just that there are so many superheroes, but that there are so many that just aren't very good. Like, I'll just say what I mean. And I don't have any superheroes in mind when I say that. I'll make that clear. Just in general, like, there are a lot of superhero things. I thought I left Command, but I didn't. So, you know, it's part of the problem isn't just that there are so many superheroes, but that there are so many that aren't good that people start to forget what good superheroes look like. And who knows, maybe there's an element of a feedback loop there where people think that, oh, this is what a superhero is. And then they make that and it's not good. And then people see that and they're like, oh, so that's what a superhero is? I can do that. And then they do it and it's not very good. You know what I mean? Like, I think right now the superhero cliche is like, just some underdog guy. You know, he's down on his luck, and then, oh, an accident happens. Now he's got superpowers. But then look out, because there's a villain, and they also have superpowers. Which, you know, is generally the blueprint for a superhero. Please climb up. Thank you. But, you know, there is, like... You know, it's become so cliche at this point. Ah, okay, fine. Home of Tyrion Purple? I think especially, like, MCU movies do have a problem of being so samey. They may be the exact cliche I'm thinking of, where they just... You know, it's some underdog, and then something happens, and you know, you get superpowers, and now he's a superhero. Okay, great, thank you. Well, I definitely don't feel that -1 adrenaline use. I think it's causing me to only use, like... Let's say an adrenaline bar is 10 adrenaline. I think it's causing me to use 9. Oh, no, don't carry. Put him down. And I guess that's not necessarily a problem with superhero movies specifically, because I'm sure every genre has just that blueprint that everyone copies, and then people get sick of that genre because, oh, that's all people ever do with them. But I don't know, something about superhero movies feel like they just hit that point way faster than anything else. Like, I swear it wasn't really much of a thing for superhero movies to be considered cool until like the 2010s. And then the MCU boom happened, and now people are sick of them. And I don't want to sound like I'm blaming MCU, but I think it is a contributing factor. And I'm also not going to sit here and sound like a DC loyalist and be like, you know, the Batman movies are better. It's like, I don't know. I haven't really seen a lot of the Batman movies. And I know they're considered, well, not Batman, but the other, the DC cinematic universe, not well liked. Not a critical success. Not really much of a cult success either. Okay, so that's probably the quest I'm looking for around here. If only it were as easy as, there it is! It's in that chest! It's not going to be that easy. Okay, there's a quest too. Maybe I ought to adapt the viewpoints. Ah, there's a lot of quests. Purple pain. Idiot hunt. Oh, that's gold. I should go check that out. That's probably my biggest clue. And I definitely can't sit here and pretend like I have any unique ideas for the superhero genre. I'm pretty comfortable in the existing cliches of just, you know, superhero gets powers, superhero does good with the powers. Don't need any more depth than that. Just have fun characters and fun powers. That's all I'm looking for. Well, that and whatever's on this island. I'm looking for that too. Whatever. I don't even know what mythical creatures are left. The Minotaur was the only one I knew. Were we looking for the Kraken now? Ah. Unicorn ragdoll. Are you gonna get back up, or are you dead? It's okay, I'll just call another one. Okay. Don't worry, I'm sure once the corpse despawns, I can call him again. It would be pretty stupid of it if I just lost out on my unicorn and I gotta buy a new one. You are not what I was thinking you'd be. Okay, I'll take on this giant hyena. Is that really what hyenas sound like? Like I know they sound like they're laughing, but that's not the noise I thought they made. I think I accidentally did the shield move. Now to wait for that pesky cooldown to go away. I'd be so overpowered if I just didn't have to wait for my skills to cool down. It almost seems like every time I try to shoot it, it counterattacks me, but I don't think that's on purpose. Nope. Just wasted adrenaline. I don't know why I'm able to use these moves, my element moves, when I don't have adrenaline. Do they not have an adrenaline cost anymore? Did I upgrade them to that point and not realize it? I think my problem with the bow is I'm being too slow with my arrows. And that's why I keep getting munched on. Not giving myself enough time to get over to the dodge button. Did I miss? Don't you call in backup. No, 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 no. Okay, that was a little underwhelming. Yeah, now I've got your number. I got your pattern down. And then I get bit again. I missed, didn't I? Hit you with the bull rush. Yeah, that really does not do much damage. Like that did about what, 5,000 damage? And I did 8,000 damage somewhere in that combo. Yeah, that's probably not meant for one-on-one combat. See how you like fire. Maybe fire is a bigger damage over time since it doesn't have the weakness debuff. If this were Pokemon, he would do less damage to me. Oh, okay. That's what that is. You're not calling for backup. You're getting ready to do that. Gotcha. Not helpful. I mean, it's experience. It helps me get strong enough for the next area sooner, but I don't want to just run around doing side quests here until I figure out which one is the relevant one. Excuse me. I guess this one is probably the most likely to lead me to something. I should also get that viewpoint. Oh. Yeah, there we go. There's my new unicorn. I probably should stop at the top of this cliff. Get whatever that is. Did that arrow explode? Oh, right. Isn't one of my bows like fire damage? I guess that's the one I have on. Nah, too far.
I'm on it. Where are they then?
They shot from here. No one's come this way.
Come on now.
Get down now.
I don't know if they saw that, but I'm gonna move anyway.
We're going to find her. Yes.
Hey, wait. We've got to find her? How do you know it's a she? You haven't seen me yet. Just assume my gender. And now I'm out of adrenaline. Although I say that forgetting it generates. Oh, and they found me. I knew I should not have climbed up there. Or maybe they didn't find me. Oh, nope, you're coming this way. I thought that'd be enough. Oh, you still don't know where I am? Yeah, with play like that, yeah, I don't regret getting the Rain of Arrows. Rain of Arrows is pretty good. I still wonder how good it'd be if I fully committed to Hunter damage instead of just having it as my secondary, but I thought about starting another playthrough yesterday, and I didn't. Oh, there's a dog. And I'll take all their loot. Nope, didn't mean to shove you, sorry. Take all this stuff. Where is the rest of this stuff? Oh, there's another. Okay. I misread how many of which objective are how many. Now I just need to find the treasure chest. One thing I definitely missed from Valhalla was the upgrade where you can auto-loot enemies you killed with the bow. It's definitely a pain in this game, is that you kill someone with a bow and then you gotta go pick up the loot manually. Like, what is this, Frisbee by yourself? You know, like you're playing catch by yourself or something, or just, you know, you throw something as far as you can throw it, and then it's like, well, gotta go get it back. Where was that viewpoint I meant to go to? I'm turned around now. I have to assume it's that one. Grab the stick. If I did more hunting, I would probably... Oh, speaking of hunting, I probably would not be so short on leather. If I didn't miss, I would probably not be so short on leather. Because I always grab the sticks and the rocks whenever I see them. But animals, I don't have it in me. I don't have that instinct of like, oh, there's leather, gotta go get it. Now where's the entrance to this cave? This might help me find where I'm going to. What was that town over there? Did I actually enter that town, or just close enough that I got the marker? Oh, there's a jaguar. Just one treasure chest. Is this the one I saw? Is this the one that I've already marked?
There's so much blood. Help! I knew you weren't a lynx. Heard your footsteps. Only two. Lynx have four.
I've noticed.
These lynx, they're a bit tougher than the sea bass I usually catch. Could you help a fellow hunter home to his wife?
I'll see what I can do.
Thank the gods. She's in Scandia Harbor.
You've lost a lot of blood. If you're going to make it home, we'll need to move now.
That is a lot of blood.
Okay, but hang on, I gotta get the...
I can hear you. Please. There's so much blood.
But see, there was no objective marker over his head before I came in here. So I naturally stumbled upon this quest, rather than seeing the marker and then being like, oh, side quests.
Help! I can hear you. Please.
I'm carrying you, dude. You can stop with the canned dialogue. There's another Link's right out there. Yep. Yep, leave me alone. Now, where are we going? You say, yeah, harbor. Yeah, right over there. I've been replaying Super Mario Sunshine recently, if I hadn't said anything about that before. Been having a fun time replaying the levels, getting all the stuff again. Even the blue coins, which, yes, that's where I get my name. Specifically the blue coins from Sunshine. Because, like, they also show up in, like, Mario 64, where they're worth, like, 5 coins instead of 1. And then, like, New Super Mario Bros., where they're exactly the same value as gold coins, but they show up with P switches. But no, my name specifically comes from the ones in Sunshine. And I do really like collecting them. I think they're fun to collect. They make a pleasant sound. And I honestly think that they're not as obscurely hidden as people like to think they are. Like, I get the problem with them is that, you know, they don't help you progress the main story of the game. But they're still fun to find. I think that's worth something. Okay, how do I put you down without that? I didn't want to drop him, but okay. He got back up. He's fine.
You must be his wife. The wife of an idiot, I'm afraid.
Oh, is this the idiot hunt?
My
Did I complete this quest without even starting it at its intended starting point?
Are we having links for dinner?
Enough about the links.
I'm happy to see you reunited. Wonderful. I'll leave you to, here.
Bye. Yeah, I figured Idiot Hunt was not going to be leading me towards my main goal here. What time is it? It's like 10:10. I can keep going. I would say let me at least get that one quest, but what is this now? What is this quest called? Do I want to bother? I don't know. I don't think it's going to be about it. I don't think it's going to be about my main thing. I'm just going to ignore you for now. Enjoy your battle. Yeah, like I get the complaint with blue coins not being, you know, they don't progress the game. They're kind of just there as a thing to collect, but I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Like, if you like a game, there's nothing wrong with content that's optional. You know, it's like I was saying with the Valhalla stuff. Like, yeah, if you kind of took the story apart and made it where some of it was optional, people would like that better. But, like, having that in a Mario game, somehow that's not good? To have stuff that you don't need to do to beat the game? Now, I think the main complaint with that is that it's not that they don't mean anything, it's the fact that you can't do things out of order to beat the game. Like, you still have to always do the same 7 shines in every world to beat the game. And I think that complaint is valid. But I also think that there's nothing wrong with, like, just playing the game and beating the shines that you don't even mean anything. Because if you find the game fun, then you'll want the stuff to do, regardless of whether they progress the game or not. Because, you know, if you're like me, you'll probably be when you replay the game, you'll be getting 100% again anyway, just because it's fun. And it's honestly not that hard of a game. It has its moments, but like once you get used to how it controls, it's not that hard. And I think it's the same thing with Super Mario 64. I'm sure anyone who's a big fan of that game probably, if not 100%, then they at least get like as close to it as they are comfortable getting. Probably still ignoring things that they don't want to collect. Or like doing certain stars that they don't like, which I think is fair. Okay, viewpoint is right up there. Do I want to talk to you? I don't think I do. You sound like another snake oil salesman. Oh, thank you for the follow, Nuclear Gang. I think I mispronounced that. Nuclear. No, it's nuclear, because it's like NU and then clear. And I said it as nuclear. Shows how much I know, right? but like generally, what do I know about nuclear physics? Not really, not much. Just not really something that's got my attention. Get over the rock. It's always annoying when you hit something in this game and it's like, oh, I can't climb that. But then you immediately try again and then you climb it. And I don't mean this game specifically, like just Assassin's Creed in general. Like, when you know you can climb something and then you don't. It's like, come on, stop messing around, get up there. Wait, is this the one I meant to do? Is this the purple something? No. Purple pain's what I wanted to do. Okay, whatever. I'm already... Oh, okay. So these... This one is... Who would have thought Diona is not a quest given to you by Diona? Eretha, apparently. And this one is Empedocles. That makes me feel more inclined to say that it will indeed be for the story, as opposed to this one, which is just an island generic.
Your insults may be strong and quite hurtful, but my devotion to the god Empedocles is stronger.
What seems to be the problem?
Empedocles be praised, Misthios. I've done nothing wrong, yet these priestesses mean me harm. Please, my god is powerful and rich.
His god is a malaka, a blasphemous blight on Aphrodite's hallowed soil. This is a matter for priestesses alone.
You said rich?
Indeed. Empedocles rewards those who come to his call. These priestesses have imprisoned him in the fort. He's a god. He deserves worship.
You're threatened by a mob, but you want me to save him, not you. Sounds like quite the god.
Only Empedocles can lead us to his brothers and sisters on Mount Olympus. He's far more important than any one man.
Surely you cannot be considering helping these lunatics. You would oppose the will of Aphrodite.
If these priestesses speak for Aphrodite, then I speak for all three slubbering heads of Cerberus.
Time to go save a god, apparently.
Do as you will, Misthios. But even you cannot be everywhere at once.
I'll be fine. Is there anything else you need to know?
Nope, that's it.
I know all I need. Your Empedocles will be freed.
Do not worry for my sake, Misthios. It is Empedocles.
I like the mental image of them just like, all right, so here's the details. I'm like, no, that's it. I got on. No, I'm good. See you later. So, but I need to tell you where he is. It's okay. I'll find him. Don't worry.
There's the Murex fort. He's over there.
Boop, 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 boop. There we go. More boops. I like that boop. All right, well, standard procedure. Let's go take out the alarm first. I do kind of wish I had a glider so I could just glide to it from up here, but I'm kind of glad I don't, actually, because I do like having to interact with the level design and not just ignore it because like, oh, I can fly. Who cares? So I gotta find my own way up. But I guess not really my own way up. More like the intended way, which is the opposite of my own way up. I kind of said the opposite of what I meant to say, but you know, interacting with the level design, like that was the intended way to get up. And sure, I guess I could have taken the ladder or probably climbed up the side, but I don't know, it just feels like a little disrespectful to just ignore the level design to just glide directly to the thing I want to do. Like, I do respect that about Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, but it does get to the point where you feel like you just really shouldn't do that, because even if it is easy to do, it's like, well, you know, I'm skipping so much of the game. Okay, I don't mean to make it sound like it's that easy to just skirt around things in those games, but you know what I mean. Like when there's a whole puzzle set up and you can just circumvent it because that's how the game is built. Like it does feel like kind of a shame, doesn't it? But then it's good that it's built like that when there are puzzles you don't want to engage with. Where it's like, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna not do that. Like whenever something calls for fire, it's like, oh, you gotta get over here and you gotta light the torch. It's like, I don't want to pick up a torch. I'm just gonna use a fire arrow. Can I reach over there? Nope. What animal is that? I think it's a dog, but for some reason it kind of looks like a giant rat. Just like a skeever. Which, mentioning skeever does remind me that the Oblivion remake came out recently. I did not know I could climb like that. Woo. I would like to get the Oblivion remake because I do like. I'm sure I mentioned before. I like the differences that Oblivion has to Skyrim, and you know, in ways other than what land the game takes place in. I've got you now. Dead. Okay, I don't know that I've fully gone back to being hidden. The music is making me doubt that. Oh, didn't mean to slide under that, but okay. We're over here now. It's kind of cozy back here. You know, if you ignore the dead guy. Man, why do my arms hurt from sitting on my armrests? Isn't the point of an armrest is that you can rest your arms on it comfortably? Whoop. You're coming this way, not where I expected you to go. Dead. Sure, I'll bother hiding the body, even though the rest of the bodies are not hidden. Whoop. Did I really kill that many people? I could have sworn there were a lot more people left. Don't turn around. That was kind of silly, but I'm glad it gave it to me. Okay, yep, there's a guy. Oh, there's the boss man taking care of the guy I shot earlier. The first casualty. Okay, then. Can't drop assassinate him. Can't reach, but that's fine. 'Cause he's not gonna hear me land behind him. Or come up behind him. Okay, that was a case where 3 times was not enough. Which, to think, 3 times my assassination damage. 74... is that 150? 225,000 damage in that ballpark, something like that. It's like he tanked a lot of damage, is my point. What do I got that's in here? Stamp. Bag of poisons. Why do I have a bag of poisons? Who gave me that? Where's my... Loot. Burn. Loot. Loot. But then don't burn, because you're not supplies. Okay, fire spreading. I think I might end up burning it anyway. Thanks for already being in the grass. Okay, there's the last chest. There's an entrance. And there's my ride. Okay, there's the last supplies. Guess we'll get that first. Oh, there's a ladder. I was gonna say, I shouldn't have jumped down from here, but turns out there's a ladder. It just now occurred to me that both of the weapons I have equipped are legendary rarity. Get off the table. Okay, I guess I can free the guy now. As long as he's not going to ask me to escort him out of camp. Oh, it's a cat. It's a lynx.
Do you see, feeble humans? I, the great Empedocles, cannot be caged.
Okay, it's asking me to escort him, but I'm going to get the thing first.
I offer you an audience. With the gods. Put down those flames. I offer
There it is. Okay, who's stabbing him in the groin?
Look upon my form, mortals. Regard my godly gifts and know the truth of my words.
No need to thank me for your rescue. Your drachmi is thanks enough.
Me? Thank you? Here? With no audience? No, 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 my heroic friend. The stage is not set. Our performance is missing that most vital ingredient. An audience. Meet me by my personal statue so we may continue.
Then why did you stop here? Did they kill the guy I was here with before?
We worship a little differently where I'm from. We don't kill a man for what he believes. We show respect.
Respect is for the gods, not those who pretend to be them.
The world is full of strife, yes, but also love. Embrace it. Embrace me. And I will personally introduce you to all my family. The gods.
Yeah, I'm sorry, bud. You know God.
If being locked naked in a cell makes someone a god, the pantheon would be overflowing.
Maybe Empedocles is a god, maybe he's not. All I know is that he doesn't beat young men to death. I follow you proudly.
Brothers, sisters of Githira, join me.
You think betraying Aphrodite will go unpunished?
You may not believe in my godliness, Mystios, but I believe there's some god in you, and that we can put to use.
Even a god won't work for free.
Of course. What else would I spend my drachmae on? Clothes?
I was gonna say, you probably should.
Clothes would do you some good.
You're just scared of my true form. But there's another matter we need to discuss.
I'll help you. How often do you get to help a god?
Of my caliber? Never. Come, my well-muscled friend. There is much to discuss. But first...
So you're not the god of getting to the point.
The likeness is terrifyingly good, don't you think?
Terrifying, yes. What did you need?
A god never needs help. But yes, please. I've been having trouble with my brothers and sisters.
The gods?
Family problems. When I first arrived on Kithira, I was imprisoned for my beliefs. They stole my purple robe and
I thought you said you don't need clothes. Special disc, that's what... Okay, yep, we're on the right track now.
Of course.
Surely that's another one of those...
A key that opens a door to the gods themselves.
Just like the Minotaur.
Must be returned to me.
And oddly enough, not the Sphinx. But I guess the Sphinx was in a ruined temple, so maybe the door got blown open.
Gods wait for no one.
Patience is not one of our virtues, no. Will you help?
This disc sounds important. I'll find the man who stole it and return it to you.
I'm close to it. Ooh. It is over...
Found him.
Not the horseback men. That guy who is in... They are moving. So not on horseback, but they are moving. So I'd better get a move on as well. And I got 10% health. Hang on, let me spend that perk point. Or sorry, ability point. I should probably do this, because this is good. And make it even better. And then I'll do fire, because it's bothering me that it's at 2 of 3 and not 3 of 3. Yeah, it's weird that it doesn't... It doesn't say anything about being free. Okay, whatever. I'll figure it out later.
Purple dye might stink like rotten dog guts, but I'll be fucked if it
Oh,
doesn't make
so
me
I
look
can't...
like a god.
Technically, it's
I can't talk to him.
I'm wearing snail guts?
Oh, okay then. Oh, not that. I wanted to get in the bush first.
I know where they're firing from.
Good for you. Or maybe not. Maybe it wasn't good for you after all. Okay, if I get him in the head, I can get him pretty close to dead. And then if he comes to check out my spot, then I finish him off. Or maybe the poison will get him first. Do I have to carry the body, or is it just going to pretend I have it? Keep moving. There's nothing here. I'm just a bush. See, it'd be concerning if I were a burning bush that was also talking, but not on fire. So just keep on moving. Oh, wait, not the ropes. The key. That's the part I needed. Right.
The confidence.
I forgot already.
If I didn't know better, I'd say there were 2 gods on Kythera.
I found your disc.
Praise me! Clearly I have worked through you.
Clearly. Time to meet the gods, then?
I'd love to introduce you to my family. Of course, if you're ready to join me.
Sure.
This should be interesting.
That, my dear Mistios, I can absolutely guarantee. A moment, please, while I address my audience. Rejoice! For I, your humble god, shall introduce you to my brothers and sisters. Athena awaits you. Ares demands your audience.
That's a big promise.
You doubt me?
I doubt you could get us to the ocean. It's behind you, by the way.
How dare you mock? I'm a god! A god! What am I? A god?
Thanks for clearing that up.
We set sail for the Gulf of Corinth, and all the secrets she veils. Meet us there and see the truth for yourself.
And meet
All
your
right.
siblings?
See you at the fight.
Wouldn't miss it.
I noticed that the blood splat is still there, and it made me worry that they killed the Aphrodite priestess? Yeah. Where? Reach the cave of the Forgotten Isle. Hello? Where are you? Oh, wait. Oh. Oh. Interesting. Like, just a reminder, this is the starting island. So the fact that it's that close, it's like, ooh, it was there the whole time and I could have seen it and I never went. I never bothered to stop there. Okay, give me a good port. I'll go here. Never heard of the Herarium before. If I read that right. I just think it's interesting that the Olympics used to be gender segregated and now they're inclusive. Probably not what the ancient Greeks would have wanted, but who cares? Like, on the one hand, I feel bad about the break in tradition, but on the other hand, inclusiveness is good, so. I suppose one could argue that the Olympics are no longer the Olympics. Especially because they're sports that didn't exist. Like, it's mainly consisting of sports that didn't exist in the ancient Greek world. So I guess it's really only the Olympics in title and not by tradition. So I guess there's no point to holding the Heraria when basically the Olympics are something new now. It just now occurred to me what the golden question marks are supposed to mean. They're probably supposed to mean something much more significant than any other question mark. And by that I mean that where a question mark could be anything from a wild animal den to a generic bandit hideout to a town. The gold ones I think are supposed to be like significant locations that you'll be returning to for quests. What can't who? I'm not fighting anyone. Or like a major boss, like the hyena boss. Why are you saying you don't feel very good? Oh, I want the rest of the dialogue. Yeah, so big boss, very different from generic bandit hideout. So I think that's supposed to be the point to them. It lets you know it's not a generic bandit hideout. Or a town. I don't know if it's supposed to be storming when you come here, or maybe it's just coincidence. Ooh, it's kind of pretty down here. Oh, am I supposed to go under? Brawler's armor. Oh yeah, that's probably what I had on with the Brawler's gauntlets that made it like asymmetrical, but like in a satisfying way. Because it had the one big shoulder.
Not of this world.
I hear you, my brothers, my sisters.
Hey buddy, where's the other guy?
They're here. The gods are behind this door. Listen. I didn't mean to be away so long.
This doesn't sound like people.
Well, if you're looking to unleash a new plague somewhere,
This is not what I expected.
camouflage, my unimaginative friend. A mere disguise to ward off those seeking the glory inside.
Sounds like an elephant.
Hear them too.
I still don't believe you.
Something in there, Empedocles, but it's bigger than Aphrodite's welcoming bosom.
They're preparing our welcome. Quickly, Mystios. We cannot delay.
Whatever is inside, I'm ready.
I think this guy is about to meet the gods, but probably not how he intends to.
This is it. The realm of eternity. The house of the gods.
House of Bones looks like it.
Creators of the universe. Outstretch your mighty hands and raise me to the heavens.
Oh, the Cyclops. Ah, that's a mythical creature I know. Should have known. It's like, didn't Odysseus slay the Cyclops? Or maybe that was Homer. I don't know. Someone I've heard of before. Stab you in the butt.
Biggest thing I had to kill was a fucking minotaur. He does not look happy. Let's
What
see
did she
how
say about the Minotaur? I didn't quite catch that. Man, that's fast. Did I get him in the eye? Oh, I got him. He's just like a Hinox. It's just like Breath of the Wild. Ow, okay, falling rocks. Should have realized. Yeah, if she called back to one of the bosses I've already beaten, that would have been cool. I just didn't quite catch it. Oh, he is just like a Hinox. He's protecting his weak spot. Ow.
And I thought Empedocles was the handsomest one in the family.
No! Ouch. Ow. Stop. Dude. Get up. It's funny how video gamey this would have felt if they'd spaced these bosses out more throughout the main story. Instead of leaving it as something for me to basically wait until like, okay, well, you know, I gotta make sure I get all my quests finished up now. And then just like... I would say 4 bosses in a row, but for one thing, the Sphinx wasn't a boss. I guess it could have been, but it wasn't. And I'm not gonna do the third one. So it really would have only been 2 bosses in a row. I think he's taking a lot of damage for getting hit in the head. Not just the eye, but the head. Shooting him is definitely the safer option. Also, apparently his name is Brontus. He's got what plants crave. I don't know why, but I feel like there's like 100% chance that there is a Final Fantasy character named Brontus. There's gotta be. Out of here, all. Figures. I was shooting a lot. Okay, new stuff. Oh, it's bad. Okay, bye. Yeah, you ever just stop in the middle of a boss fight to dismantle your armor? Okay. Craft. Max. Alright, and that only takes wood, so I have plenty. Yeah, whatever you're doing, I would like you to stop. Gotcha.
The bigger they are, the more I have to stab them.
I don't think that line was as clever as the writer probably thought. Or maybe he was on a time crunch and... Well, I shouldn't even say he, because it could have also not been a he. But whoever wrote that may have also been on a time crunch and not cared about the quality of what they wrote. Well, one more of those, and I'm sure I'll figure out what the heck they're talking about. Oh, look, did he turn into that corpse, or was that... Did that just happen to be there? Extra damage on elites and bosses. Ooh. I'm just considering whether or not I want to throw away the 400 warrior damage on my sword to also get not just a slight boost for the axe, but more assassin damage. Well, I guess if I have one more, probably one more creature to fight, one more boss, I probably want this. Plus, also, assassin damage, just generally good. And then, I can change his appearance to look like the Minotaur axe, because I prefer that design better. I mean, I feel like that's probably, a more efficient design for an axe. Because, you know, a double axe is a little redundant, because you're only striking with one end. You don't really need both ends. But I'm not a person who cares deeply about realism in games. I can have my double-bladed axe and be perfectly happy with it. Oh, look, this one actually looks pretty different. It looks like it's made out of a different material. I feel like the markings are probably the same. It's probably just looked at a different angle. Yeah, those two still look identical, but it's fine. I'm not too mad about it. Okay, so one more to find, and it's on that island that I probably... Oh, okay. I gotta get out of here first. Oh, there's still more treasure chests. Hang on. Yeah, I probably shouldn't be going to that island yet. So I think I do want to resolve the Cult King thing. Oh, they're probably underwater. That's probably where the others are. So I think I want to do that first. I can't... There we go. I want to resolve the Cult King questline first. And then we can go find whatever the last creature is. Oh. They are not underwater. I feel like he probably shouldn't be able to climb that close to a waterfall. I think, you know, in real life it'd be too slippery, but I just say, okay, I don't need realism. Okay, got a little turn around. I think it's this will probably help me get out. Unless I can't climb on it. There. Okay, where am I going? Can I Hang on, let me get my feet on ground. No. Still can't map. So they want me to go a particular way here. Maybe I'm not supposed to be able to climb out of here? Oh, wrong button. So I can't go back in. Oh, this continues up. I don't know how I didn't see that before. Jeez. And then back down into water. I see the light. It hurts. Ow. It's too bright. Can't see where I'm going. I don't know why they needed me to go out that way. That wasn't very special. Excuse me. Okay, so that's going to be it for tonight. When we come back next time, we will do... Okay, so that's where I... Yeah, that's the forge. That's where I do the spear. Wasn't there... Yeah, there's here. I think this is where Pythagoras is. So that symbol indicates Isu Temple, apparently. I should have caught on to that sooner. Yeah, so next time we will do the Battle of Pylos, this, whatever. And then if there's time left, then we'll go to Lesbos. So see you then. Thanks for watching. Bye. I was gonna click intermission. No, this is end, not break time. End time.